This time here, RBG, repatriation the situation. I just want to let y'all know I hear all that shit y'all talking. You know in your heart of hearts you can't fuck with this. You knows that. Why I'm tripping, y'all knows that. Let's start talking, let's get into it. Well, hold up, what they talking about? I hear you. Matter of fact, fuck all that they talking about. Fuck all that yakety yak, wanna run they mouth. Machete clappity clap, oh goon run them out. Cross the border, show say arrow, hunt them down. Babaloo, why you clean off, it ain't nothing now. 30,000 in the air, my phone still on. Writing rhymes, earphones, with the kill on. Get the skill on, little homie, the real on. EI's getting the chill on, watching me get my meal on. Take a stand in the wreck, get my build on. You disrespect the whole set and get your still on. Well, do where if you can, get your bill on. Debit card swipe up performance is getting tighter. I'm older and plus I'm not to the most. Shooting I sip on, most of y'all skip the protocol. Trip on forces and slip, bust your head. Train of thought wreck, you there, didn't do what Joey Goon said. Now it's cold red, skeptics is begging to get my hill on. Back like I never left, proper like a sweater vest. I'm the ancestors' favorite rapper, Megadeth. That's true. No guitars though, just a hard flow. That's true. Nicest piece on these beats as far as bars go. A Joshua Eli's on my chest as far as scars go. Stars go, the far go, stand and rock for photo ops. Bypass their own hood like they don't know the block. Faking culture shots like they forgot them struggles. All befuddled when that muzzle blast cats be like. Suffering succotashes, beats, concrete, street with sophistication. Repat nation, we deep, baby. Plus RBG certified, fly like the butter with the golden box cutter. Hello, yeah. She's so flirtatious, smile like the Nile, her booty so outrageous. Classic yet refreshing, just to know you is a blessing. Peach schnapps and the flukes, here's a toast to patience. Oh yeah, a closed mouth don't get fed. She came to bed and woke up with your moja on her head. I just wanna see the fam blossom. Inhibitions, I lost them, I'm feeling awesome. My shit. Oh man, Sundiata, I told you they weren't fucking with me, car.
Ask yourself that. Why do you eat food? You need to ask yourself, what is food? Because we got consumables, as acidic, dry, whatever you want to call it, and then we got alkaline, wet, real food. We got fake food and we got real food. Now, you growing up in this world, I don't know how old you is. If you my age, you 20, you 28, 29, we is the last ones to know what real is. These jits don't know what real is because they being raised on the fake. So they put the germ in the seed. Roundup ready. They put the germ in the seed. They got fake seeds. So I'm telling you, this is war.
Yeah.
This is fucking war. You got to learn the real and you got to decipher from the fake because it's getting hard to tell, and that's my message.
How did they know what we was going to talk about today? How did they know? I don't know. Somebody must have told them. They must have heard it through the grapevine. Okay? They must have heard it through the grapevine. You got to be able to tell the real from the fake, okay? Because it's getting hard to tell out here, is what they said. So I had to bring in the expert. So peace and blessings. Welcome to another episode of Do Nuts Radio, place for nonsense, phone she shows knowledge for a lot. And do not adjust your viewing device. She is here, okay? She is here. All right? She is here. It's April, okay? It's April. And today is one of the most specialist days in the universe, and Doc is here as a blessing to us on the day that she gave birth to a blessing, one who's ruling the universe right at this very moment right now.
That's what we calling it.
Yes, ruling the universe right now. So honest to our Rasta King, okay, the real Selassie in the building. You understand? Ruling over all that he surveys. So in that spirit, we're dealing with the real versus the unreal. So we brought the realest in the universe to dispel the rumors, the myths, the misconceptions, and all of the BS. And because of my honor and privilege at this time to introduce something to others, our corrector, our motivator, our mother God in the building, Reverend Dr. J. Huskey.
The intros are always immaculate with this guy.
Okay. Praise God, won't you do it? All right. All right. How you feeling, Doc? What's good with you? What's good? What's good with you? What's good?
All is well. All is well.
Okay. 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 We celebrating holy days, okay? We celebrating holy days.
Yeah, that's what we calling it.
So this day is very significant for you
Mm,
for a couple of reasons.
yeah.
What's
Gave birth
what's the
to
fondest memory of today?
getting it over with. He's the last of the last. Won't be no more. My only biological boy, but yeah, that's it. I'm done after this one.
What's a wrap?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Whole factory shut down. I'm not doing it no more. And I will be a mother to the people, but I won't give birth to any more people for sure.
So y'all heard it here first, okay? It's a wrap.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a wrap.
over. It's over.
Okay. Mhm. So this process of birthing,
Mm-hmm.
you birthing children, godchildren all over the world, birthing ideas, concepts, birthing House of Blanco, all of this surrounding theme today. And so how do we birth real life and at the same time folks give birth to the anti-life because we got conception and we got misconception. So
Mm-hmm.
whence does the misconception come into birth with all this real life that exists? And how do you dispel the misconceptions and allow folks to see what's real?
I think the main part of that is where you place the value. I think that plays a huge role in it. If you place more value in the misconceptions, because sometimes they are easier to take, easier to digest than the actual conception. I think that if you place more value on those misconceptions, then you're always going to be off your path. You're always going to be off your square. But if you place value in truth, if you place value in what's real as opposed to what's easy and what's easily attainable, then you're always going to be seeking that truth. And I think that we just in general, most of us don't seek the truth anymore because it's easier. The lie goes down easier. So it's where you place the value.
Okay. Okay. Starting off deep, like so the value of truth
Mm,
becomes redeemable over time.
right.
And the lie feels good for the moment.
Exactly.
But a lie could translate into a lifestyle, right? A
Mm-hmm.
lifestyle of I never met a liar that didn't like being lied to.
Mm.
That's deep. Stop. We sitting there looking at this lying dude. No, he lying.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "What's this?" I tell him something. He like, "Man, I can't believe you just tried to lie to me, Chad. You was lying this whole time. We know you lying, fam. It's like it's all good. I promise. But in their mind, you could explain it to me. I don't even understand it. They lie so much that it's the truth to them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's true in their mind, I guess. And
Right.
I don't know.
Well, I think what ends up happening is we have to understand that we have to let everybody be who they are. And if
Mhm.
who they are at their core is someone who is opposed to the truth, who they are at their core is someone who's a liar, we can't stop them from being a liar. We just have to adjust the way that we deal with them.
Mm.
Just like you can't stop somebody from being a thief, you just know not to leave your stuff around them.
Mhm.
So I don't worry about changing those behaviors or even understanding those behaviors in other people. I just make the adjustments to fire that I need to. So if I know you're a liar, I know if you come tell me something, I got to take it with a grain of salt because you might not be telling the truth. I know I got to fact check you, but I'm not going to ever, I don't confront liars because it does no good. Because they're going to get so defensive because before they told you that lie, they convinced themselves it was the truth.
Mm.
So they're going to come at you so hard as if you're really questioning the truth. So I don't confront liars. If you tell me 2 plus 2 is 5, you are absolutely right because I know you got to carry the one. That's that new math. I get it. I will let you believe your lie. It's your lie. I'm going to let you tell it how you want to. But as far as me, I'm going to make adjustments for how I receive that lie or how I release that lie or how I deal with you and interact with you from that point on because now I know you're an enemy of truth and I would rather dwell in the truth. So we just got to make adjustments. I let folks lie all the time. They get creative with it.
They get creative with it. Okay.
Absolutely. They could give J.K. Rowling a run for her money with some of the stories that I hear from people. If they write them down, it could be a lucrative business.
Mm. I can't keep up. I cannot at all. So the people who want the help in those spaces, they come to you, right? What do they come to you with? Just think about where they've been. They've been through all kind of stuff, and they might have told themselves things to make it through them instances,
Mm-hmm.
and then they come to you and they want help, but they're like this.
Right.
They're like they're like they try to put their hands in all of that.
Exactly. But you know, wanting help and being in a space to receive it is two different things. You
Ooh.
can really, really want a BMW. You can really,
Mhm.
really want a brand new car. But if you are not in a space to afford one, if you're not in a space where you even have a driver's license, you're not prepared to receive that thing that you want. And so there are some people that genuinely do want help, but they're just not in that receptive space yet. And so in that instance, as a spiritualist and as a therapist, it's my job to kind of sort out, okay, you want it. You took the first step by coming to me and acknowledging that you need it, but can you receive it right now? Because if not, nothing that I do is going to help you. And so it's identifying if they're in that receptive space.
And if they're not,
And if they're not, I don't waste my time nor energy. There's
oh,
other things that I could be doing. it's, I can give you advice for how to move towards being in that receptive space. But as
mhm.
far as pouring into you, I don't make habits of pouring into buckets with holes in them. That's
Mm.
a waste of my energy and a waste of our time. So I don't do that. If I know you're not receptive, I'll give you some pointers to get you to a receptive space and we can revisit this another time. But I'm not going to pour into you if it's just going to leak out.
Was that lessons learned, or you was like, soon as you
Absolutely.
started off, you was like, nah, Shane, I
No,
ain't
when
having
I
it,
first
Shane.
started off, I thought I could save every melanated being in the world. Listen, I was superwoman out here. And I learned very quickly that no, baby, you are draining and depleting yourself trying to
Mm,
save people that aren't ready to be saved yet. That's one of the very reasons that I wanted to get away from organized religion, from Christianity and those types of things, because they want to force you to get saved if you're not in a space to receive it. I'm not forcing you to take knowledge. I'm not forcing you to take healing. I'm not even going to force you to take advice. I lay it on the table. This is what you should do. Come and revisit this with me when you're ready. And I walk away from the situation, because force feeding something to somebody is not going to stick. It's going to be just because you forced it. I want for you to be open and receptive to it so that it does stick with you.
My mother was helping people on their healing journey. The ones who were receptive still came with a level of skepticism. And my mother used to tell me, she said, son, the people take the medicine like aspirin and take the aspirin like medicine.
Mm,
So if they're given a prescription, they take the prescription from the doctor's office religiously, right?
mm-hmm.
Oh, it's been 4 hours. I got it, right?
Right.
And the herbs that come from Mother Earth, they treat them like they treated Tylenol or ibuprofen. So as long as they got pain, as soon as the pain goes, you met her,
Mm-hmm.
right? As soon as the pain goes, so goes their dutifulness to the prescription that they receive.
Right.
So it's just interesting in that space. So for those who have come in contact with you, have you experienced this sort of syndrome? Like, no, no, I'm good, doc. I'm saying, da, 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 da. But when they came to you, they was crawling to you
Mm-hmm.
almost. And then they lifted up their elbow a little bit. So they weren't crawling.
Mm-hmm.
Has that happened? And, like, if so, how did you navigate it? Because I know you ain't having it now, but
No.
how did you navigate it?
In the beginning, I did a lot of hand holding. In the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, I tried to be that person that I wish that I had when I was learning. And I realized you have to be the person that they need and not the person that you wish you had. Different people have different needs. I needed someone to be very straightforward with me. I needed someone to explain things to me thoroughly. But
Mm-hmm.
some personality types need you to say, no, sis, do this, do this, do this. I don't want to hear nothing else. Just do what I said, and you're going to be all right. I have to get a feel for a person and see what it is that they need and how they receive.
Mm-hmm.
But along with what your mother said about taking the aspirin like medicine and the medicine like the prescription, it's still about placing value. When you come to, especially a melanated person, with these natural remedies and herbs and things that you know for a fact can work,
Mm-hmm.
they have been taught to put more value in what big pharma and white folks say than
Mm-hmm.
what the herbalist says. The herbalist is the crazy lady that plays with plants and speaks to spirits, but the big pharma got their best interests in heart. And like I always tell my new clients and my new patients, I don't come with small print. I don't come with that list of side effects on the end. It's going to tell you, I'm going to help you with this, but all this other stuff going to be messed up in the process. Big Pharma does. And so it's up to you. If that's where you want to place your value, then that's where you need to go to try to find your healing. And when you get those 8 other conditions that come along with that prescription they gave you and you have to circle back to me, I'm going to give you the biggest I told you so. This one you should have been to begin with. So it's about placing the value, misplacing the value rather.
We talked about placing the value, and then you just hit us with another jewel: misplacing the value. You know, I'm gonna need like a functional definition and an example. Mother, may I have a functional
When
definition
when you
and an example?
misplace the value, you put higher value in something that isn't deserving of it. So, for example, if a patient comes to me and says that I'm just feeling really drained, I'm super tired, I'm not sleeping well, my skin is starting to act up, all of these symptoms, my first question to you is, when's the last time you've been outside? My first question isn't about a medication or do you want me to prescribe this? Do you want to take that? My first question is, when's the last time you've been outside? What types of things do you put into your body? That way I can kind of evaluate the situation because it may not be an illness, it may be poor maintenance. But if that person misplaces value and they put value in more of a clinical procedure or a clinical analysis than a naturopathic one, they're going to always go with that. They're going to always go towards the medication and they're not going to get the healing. Anybody who makes money off of sick people is never going to help you get better. It wouldn't make sense. If I was selling crack, I'm not going to help you go to rehab and get clean. I'm losing a customer that way. And so they misplaced that value. They put their value in that substance. They put their value in that European way of whether it's health and medical or spiritual. They put their value in that European way of doing things, forgetting that you're not European, you're African, and we can't do the same things the same ways that they do. So that's misplaced value of yourself. You're misplacing the value of you as a melanated being and giving it to a European person as a lesser entity. And that's crazy to me. But it happens.
Agreed wholeheartedly. Agreed wholeheartedly. If I was selling crack, I would not be trying to get you to no rehab.
Absolutely
Bars.
not. I don't want you to go to the NA meeting. I want you to come and get this 40 piece and get high. I don't want you to I don't want you to get better if I'm making money off of your demise.
Mhm. So now counseling, can counseling be rolled up in the same vein, especially spiritual counseling? Um,
Absolutely.
so we look at those spaces. We now looked at counseling as something European. So can you spend a little time dispelling that myth, the misconception, or the things that they said. We was in the military. Like if you go see somebody, it's a sign of weakness. It's blah blah blah. People looking at you like you're crazy. They even did a whole what's that show? The Sopranos. The dude was the mob boss, and he was going to see Dr. Melby. Like
Hmm.
he said he can be killed for being there. You see what I'm saying? So it was like you know, what's this anti culture that supports the idea or the delusion that counseling is not for us. And if you go there, you must be blah, blah, blah.
I think that it's a misconception altogether of what counseling and therapy is. People have this idea that they're going to go and sit down with somebody that looks like Dr. Phil and they're going to just jot down notes in a notebook and push their glasses up the whole time that you're speaking to them. And that's not what counseling or therapy is supposed to be. That's supposed to be, for me, counseling, I let you talk more than I talk. Because 9 times out of 10, you know the answer to whatever your dilemma is. You just haven't sorted your thoughts out about it. So my job is not to give you an answer, but to help you find your own. So if you're talking to me, I can steer you in the right direction. I can ask you some thought-provoking questions that's going to help you get to the conclusion yourself. Whereas that more European style of therapy is, I'm going to tell you what's wrong with you, and I'm going to give you this that's going to fix it. And that's not how we receive things. When you see all of these scriptures that have these different translations of physician, heal thyself, it's telling you everything that you need is already within you. You just got to tap into it. You just got to activate it. And so my job is to help you activate your own healing, activate your own problem solving, activate your own solution, and not to give you one. And so some people think that it's going to be, you come to me, and as a therapist, I'm going to tell you what's wrong with you. I'm going to tell you you're crazy. I'm going to tell you you're delusional. You need this medicine and you need to do that. I might put you in some grippy socks at the hospital. They're afraid of things like that. When in reality, once they actually have a session with me and they see this is like a conversation with my homegirl or a conversation with my auntie, it's not what I thought it was, then that just gets rid of that misconception. But Black folks in mental health, they ain't going for it. They do not, they do feel weak going to seek help and counseling. They do feel weak when it's something like that. And that's something that I've been working my whole career to kind of get rid of that misconception.
Well, you got thousands of clients, so evidently you've been
But
successful.
even after all this time and all of these clients, I still get, well, you don't look like a therapist. You don't talk like a therapist. Even in clinical settings, I've had nurses walk right by me looking for the doctor, thinking I'm a CNA. And I'm like, hey, it's me you're looking for. So it still happens. It definitely still happens. There's this very clear cut image of what therapy is and what a therapist is. And so I don't necessarily fit that clear cut image.
I know it don't bother you now, but how did you adjust to just that? Folks deal with that all the time. You know what I mean? Whether it's uh, a black woman or a black man in them settings, they're looking for his picture, right?
Mhm.
I think they did Sanford and Son episode where he was like, "Nah, I want another doctor or another dentist or something like that." Whatever it was he went to, he's like,
Mhm.
"Nah,
But
he
I think
wanted to."
life prepared me for that. I think
Mhm.
that I have never looked like what I was capable of. And so that made me just work harder at it. Um, for one, I'm born a woman, and we're sometimes looked at, if you're not awakened in the right way, a weaker vessel than men. So I've always had to work 10 times harder than the men in my field. Even as a child, as a teenager, I had to be 10 times smarter or 10 times faster than the guys in order to be recognized as just mediocre. And so add being black on top of that, that sets you back just a little bit more. You got to work even harder. So what ended up happening now in 2024, because I had to work so hard and be so much of an overachiever, if you take the best white male therapist that you have and line his credentials up beside mine, he doesn't have half of the ones that I have. And they're still recognized as my equal. I'm like, so you mean to tell me homeboy with a bachelor's degree that's working on his master's degree that ain't even finished yet is considered to be equal to me, and I got 3 doctorates? That makes zero sense to me. But that's how society views us. If you're white and you're male, you're the king out here. And so I had to kind of overachieve. So when I have somebody that has those misconceptions or follows those stereotypes, I'm prepared for it. It's been that way my entire life. It doesn't bother me per se, but it does kind of spark this light bulb like, I'm going to show you so you don't keep going with that stereotype.
All right, so now we talked about counseling and spiritual counseling. Ooh, now we got to adjust the God in the room, okay? The misconceptions about African traditions, okay?
Mm,
So if they scared of counseling,
absolutely
you
terrified of
know.
African traditions. Absolutely terrified. I don't know if you saw me post the other day that a guy told me, "You don't look African." And, I got a slick mouth. So I was like, hold on, let me go put a bone in my nose right quick, paint my face, put a loincloth on, get me a spear, and be half naked out here. Maybe you'll identify me as an African then. I think that the slave trade did a really good job of making us afraid of ourselves. Because the way that you control people that are more powerful than you is make them forget that they're powerful. If I'm stronger than you and you make me feel like I'm not going to exercise that strength. One of the things that we did study um, when I was in school was that you can put flies inside of a glass jar, put the lid on the top, and for the first couple of days, they're going to hit their head on that lid trying to get out of that jar. They're going to do everything in their power to try to escape that jar. But after about 2 or 3 days of hitting their head on that lid, you can take the lid off of the jar and they still won't fly out. Because in their minds, there's no way out. I have to accept my fate. They don't even fly any higher than the level of the lid anymore. And if they reproduce, they teach their kids not to fly any higher than the level of the lid. Because in their minds, there's still a blockage there, and I can't go any higher than that. Europeans have basically instilled that into Black people. Your spirituality is spooky. Your way of doing things is savage. Your way of doing things is uncivilized. You need to come over here and conform to our way of doing things. And so those flies, those Black people taught their children and their grandchildren to remain below that lid level instead of tapping into what they possibly could be. And there's a few of us that were able to make it out. And even if you yelling back into the jar and saying, hey, y'all, we free now, we can get out, they still won't listen because their experience taught them, no, that's not good. No, let's not do that. And so it is a lot of fear associated with anything that makes an African powerful, especially our religious beliefs, especially our traditions. They watch too many scary movies and they fall for the lie.
Something in their spirit does provide some level of curiosity. So, how do you deal with that curiosity? And for those who are willing, reintroduce them to themselves.
I always make it a point to answer questions. If you are genuinely curious about what it is that I do and what I believe and what I practice, I have no problem answering questions and I don't feel like there's any dumb questions. What I don't tolerate though is coming in hot with the judgment. If you automatically come in with this Christianized, you going to hell, you worship the devil thing, when we don't even have a devil in most ATRs, then that's not something that I want in my space. That's not an energy that I allow into my space. But if you genuinely have questions and you're just like, hey, my grandma always told me this was wrong and this was the devil's work, and is it really okay to do this stuff? I'll sit down and I'll have a decent conversation with you and introduce you to some things and even teach you some things you can do on your own to introduce you to it and get you familiar with it. But when they come in with, oh no, that's the devil woman, I don't, I can't even tolerate that type of energy.
Mm, mm, mm. Got to be more careful out here, okay? Got to be more careful.
Even in dating, I've had guys come to me and be like, oh, my auntie said, don't eat your cooking, don't eat your spaghetti because you're going to put a root on me. Like, what? Well, be hungry then. Don't eat the spaghetti then. Just be hungry.
Root in the spaghetti.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot in North Carolina.
Mm. Well, they missed it then. I almost said that line from Baby Boy that homegirl said. Well, she said, my man's a mama's boy. But then she said, well, let him F his mama then. Okay?
Exactly. Go over there and lay down with Auntie then, since she knows so much.
Oh man, that's deep. That is deep right there. That kind of mind to, totally ignore. Even in the most disconnected, disconjointed spaces that we in, you still see signs. You still have dreams. You still got visions. You may not even understand them, right?
Mhm.
But you got ain't no intuition school, right? You see what I'm saying? Like you get a feeling in the pit of your stomach or the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Like you in tune with something. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So, you know, uh, but that psychosis of instilling something to keep you safe type situation becomes the same prison that you live in is real.
Mhm.
So self-preservation versus that hero complex. How do you find the balance in between what's safe versus what's unsafe?
Like I was telling you when we were talking before the show, I always feel like I'm the most dangerous thing in the place. And that's not coming from a space of arrogance or cockiness. It's coming from a knowledge of self. It's coming from me knowing that there is nothing out there that didn't somehow stem from me, come from me in some way, shape, or form. So if it came from me, it can't be greater than me, especially when it comes to people, whether they're black, white, orange, or turquoise. They came from a woman that looks like me. So it makes zero sense for me to fear something that wouldn't even exist without me. So anywhere that I go safely and I go securely because I'm the most powerful, most dangerous thing out there. And so I think that if more women had that knowledge of self, if more women had that knowledge that every person in this world came from somebody that looked like you, it would make them walk a little straighter. It'll make them hold their head a little higher, because I don't need a city girl song to make me feel like I'm a bad one. Like I have solid knowledge of myself and genetics and spirituality and my ancestors to let me know that twerk song ain't encouraging me. But what my ancestors did, what's in my DNA, that's some encouraging shit. So I rely on that, and I try to teach especially my female students that. And so for me, as far as self-preservation, preserve it from what? The only thing I have to protect myself from is my poor decisions. If I make a poor decision to align myself with something beneath me or align myself with something that could be harmful for me, it still leads back to my decisions. But I don't have to preserve myself from anything on this planet because it comes from me.
Right here, why I gotta beg her every month to come and speak unto us.
So I knew it
Okay.
was coming sometime.
Look, I didn't say it at the beginning, but I just want y'all to understand because I don't want to misplace value. Okay, I learned that today. I'm not misplacing value. Okay, so I want to value what you value, who you value, and what you accept as value is something to deal with how you're acculturated. So if I'm acculturated to say, in arithmetic, it ain't mathematics, but it's arithmetic.
Hmm.
They have place value, and they teach you place value. And place value determines when you look at it, when you go from right to left, how you say what it is from left to right.
Right,
So if I jumble up the placement so I don't remember the placements or the proper placement, when it's time to say what the numerical value is, I'm going to get it wrong every time. But
right.
if I look at the proper placement of it and I remember it, I drill it so I remember it. When I'm confronted with a situation, I don't assign improper value to a space. Like, is that the hundredth place? or is that the true place? Folks say, "Hey, doc, I want all this money." Just look at the placement value of what you asking for and everything that come along with it. You know, like look at all that you're asking, and then look at what are you doing? What are you doing?
And
Does your
then
output match that?
to even take that a step further, not only knowing your value, knowing your
Mm-hmm.
place value, but being protective and defensive of it.
Mm.
Because if I go into a store to purchase something and I give the cashier $100 bill and she gives
Right.
me the wrong change back, I'm not letting that slide. No, lady,
Right.
you owe me some more money. And so if I know I'm worth 100 and you come over here trying to treat me like I'm worth 20, I need to have enough passion behind my own value the same way that I would that $100 bill of, no, I'm not accepting less than what I'm worth. You're not going to treat me like less than what I am. And so I don't feel like a lot of us, especially in the Black community, I don't feel like we're defensive enough of our value. If a
Mm.
person tells most of us over and over again that we're not 100, even if we know that we are, if a person tells you that over and over again, people start to believe it. And people start to accept it, thinking that it's something that they can't change. But no, I want all my change back. You're not going to treat me like a $20 bill when I know I'm 100. So give
That's
me
right.
what is deserving. Give me what my value is, or stay away from me. And so I think that building that up, I can remember when I was younger, and it used to get on my nerves when I was a kid, but I understand it now, being a mom myself. My mom would tell me over and over again that you're beautiful, you're smart.
Mm.
And it would be just randomly. I'm outside playing, and she's like, hey, come here. Do you know how beautiful you are? And I'm like, here
Mm.
she go with this crazy African stuff. She about to give me another Mufasa speech. I just want to go play kickball. Like, I didn't want to hear that as a kid. Like, why is she doing that? But then I got to be a teenager, and I got into an altercation with a young lady, and she was like, you're ugly. And I started laughing because to me, now you're just saying stuff. Because no, I'm not. Like, why would you even say such a thing? Because I saw so much value and so much beauty in myself that for you to tell me otherwise is laughable. If you were to come up and tell me knowing that I am a Black woman, me knowing that I've got locks to the floor, you can't come and convince me I'm a blonde haired, blue eyed white woman. No matter
Mm.
how many times you tell me that, no matter how many pictures you try to paint of, no, you're really a white woman. You really got blonde hair. You really got blue eyes. I know what I am. So it would make zero sense for me to say, you know what? I am getting a little bit lighter and my hair is getting lighter in the sun. And maybe if you squint like this, my eyes do look blue. That would be completely ridiculous for me to do. But that's what we do as far as our value. Somebody can keep telling you, no, you're only 20 when you know you're 100, and you will fit into what they're saying. You will say, well, maybe I am only 20. Maybe I'm
Mm.
not, as valuable as I thought I was. I'm not going for that. Not only am I 100, I got the potential to be 2, so don't play with me. Don't come
Mm.
don't come over here trying to treat me like I'm less than what I am.
Mm-hmm. That's real. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. I just want y'all that's listening again to recognize why I beseech her. Okay. I don't want to use the big word no more. She said I can't use it no more.
It's the
Why I
beseech for
beseech
me.
her, okay, on a monthly basis to come through and to speak on different topics. I know some folks, they got here late. Like, um, what does Reverend Dr. Jane Huskey do? What does she do? So I'm gonna pull up the website over here, and you can try your best to surmise all of the offerings and the talents and the gifts and the skill sets that you have.
I do what I can. When they say, what do you do? I do what I can, man. But I think that's important for a lot of women to know and recognize that I'm not doing anything that other women aren't capable of doing. The only difference is I took those opportunities and I ran with them. There's nothing, no service that I offer. There's no skill that I've acquired that another woman can't acquire. It's just about taking that opportunity and putting that energy and that effort into it. And once again, recognizing the value.
Okay, House of Blanco Academy. Can you tell people a tiny bit about that?
So House of Blanco Academy was started because I always had people coming to me, especially on social media, just asking to be taught about like ancestor veneration, different things culturally, different things spiritually. And so I started putting together just small classes. We would just meet on Zoom, maybe 10 or 15 people. They would sign up for the class and I would teach them what it was they wanted to know and we'd go about our business. But they kept coming back and kept wanting to learn more and told other people about it. And so I started off with House of Blanco just being a very small group. I think I started off with maybe 54 students. And now I have over 4,000. And so it grew quite quickly, and I'm very thankful and appreciative of it. But I fully expect it to grow even more than that now that we have more of an interest in African tradition, more of an interest in healing, more of an interest in finding that value in ourselves. So I like my academy students. They all right with me.
Okay. Shout out to the fam. Shout out to the tribe. Okay. All over the world. The world, Craig. Okay.
Literally.
House of Blanco of the world, Craig. Okay. Oh yes. Yes. And I put the link for those who are interested in this chat, and I'll put it in the description of this video. Okay. Yes. So we beseech her every month, beseech,
This guy. Knowing I
beckon.
come anytime that he asks me to. So if y'all want me on here more, talk to this guy because he swear he had to get on bended knee every time.
I'm telling you, my old war knee is tired, but
I cannot with you.
okay. They say every knee shall bow. Okay, so my knee bow, and they say every tongue shall confess. Okay, so my tongue confessed it is. Okay. Yes.
Such a
But
character.
I try my best. Okay, I try my best. Doc, thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your jewels. Okay, I'll be back begging next month.
I'll be here.
Do you have a final word for us? And I know you got some sales. I don't know if they're good for today, but I know you
Oh
got some
yeah,
sales.
I'm gonna keep them going through the weekend. I decided to do a flash sale on the site, so all of the readings, all of the therapy sessions, everything is marked way down. I felt like there was a lot of people who wanted the services but maybe couldn't afford the services or were having a hard time, financially and didn't want to pour money into things that they felt like weren't a priority. But I think healing should always be a priority. And so I knocked the prices way down. Some of them even cut in half. And so I even have things like a full month of therapy for $80. You get 4 therapy sessions in a month for $80. You can't beat that. That's less than what you even gonna pay as a copay with your insurance. So I knocked everything way down. You can check that out on houseofblanco.com and see what you need, and I got it for you.
Doc got that work working. Okay. All right. She giving y'all a therapy session for half of what it costs for an hour of her time. Okay.
Right.
I want y'all to know. Y'all better get to getting.
I
That's what my mama used to say. You better get to getting. You better getting is good. That's what my mama used to say.
I make it so attainable that there's no excuse at this point. Like if you don't take advantage of that, you just don't want the healing at this point.
Got to be more careful. Okay. So, where can people find you and take advantage of this greatness? Okay, leverage.
Blanco.com, HAUSOFBLANCO. So houseofblanco.com has everything that I have, has links to all of my socials, all of the services that I offer. So anything that you need, I can work with any schedule. I do both in-person sessions, phone sessions, FaceTime, Zoom, whatever modality, whatever platform we need to get you to, we can do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the great and powerful and dangerous.
We added dangerous now.
Hey, you gotta add it in, okay? You said it. So once you say it, I can say it again. If you don't say it, I ain't let people know now. Now. Let them find out the hard way. Like I did. Okay? Jeez. Thank you for your time, Mother God, Reverend Doctor.
Very, very, very thankful to be here. And I will see y'all again soon whenever he comes to beg again.
Yeah. Beckoning. Beseeching. Okay.
I cannot with you.
And honest to Selassie, okay, on his second God day, ruling the world and all that he surveys.
Run me ragged. I'll make sure to pass that message along.
Yes,
and you enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, you as well. For as much as you can.
I will try.
We out, y'all. Peace.
No, we didn't check then. Swear to God, we finna get all this money. Watch what I tell you.
My eleke. You may think they pretty, but to me it's not for play. Power in my jewelry, clear the scene like an AK. Full body protection, looking clean every day they so. Hey, don't touch my eleke. You may think they pretty, but to me it's not for play. Power in my jewelry, clear the scene like an AK. Full body protection, looking clean. And I say I shit. I gotta say I shit. I shit. And I say I shit. Elegba, Oshun, and Obatala. And I say I shit. Mokio, I shit, and I say I shit, and Oya, and Shango, and Yemoja. I got it, currency in my pocket, nature around my neck, front and center I rock it. Never tuck them, so folk wanna touch them, they need to stop it. Trying to find them on lines like mine, you never cop it. My eleke is living, reason why I be winning. Jealous of my position, but I'm just at the beginning. Demonizing the forces, no intercourses I'm giving. Christians feel like I'm sinning the way the heavens be bending for me. I'm in the flow, I get the dough, I'm giving more, it's reciprocal. Every dose could be poison or be medicinal. Truth is blatant to those who know what to listen for. Yep, a treasure chest in every mic check. Steady in the altitude and we ain't on the flight check. Calling me the champion, I ain't even won the fight yet. Mooch is sticking to us for that juju that they might get. Hey, don't touch my eleke. You may think they pretty, but to me it's not for play. Power in my jewelry, clear the scene like an AK. Full body protection, looking clean every day they so. Hey, don't touch my eleke. You may think they pretty, but to me it's not for play. Power in my jewelry, clear the scene like an AK. Full body protection, looking clean. And I say I share. Somebody say I share. I share. And I say I share. Egongo, Babaluaye, and Ita. And I say I share. Mokio, I share. And I say I share. Ochosi, Ogun, and Orumila.
I got them holy deeds around my neck. Them sacred guides on deck. Yep. Like it's protection all around. Kosi Wahala, big blessings abound. I'm open to receive all the things this universe has laid at my feet, and I'm walking yellow brick road and laid with gold. Oh yeah, I get it from my mama, she reigning on her throne. La de koju, ori ye oshun. Hell, sweet water goddess, keep that blade and some honey. Lord, she just keep going, hard to stop when she gets started. A river flowing, anointed from head to toe, baptized. Got Orisha by my side, and my eagle all around. Ain't nothing stopping me now, full force on them, full glow on them. Spirit realm said go, so I move for them. A walking altar.
And I say I share. I share, I share. And I say I share. And I say I share. I share, I share. And I say I share. And I say I share. I share, I share. And I say I share. And I say I share. I share, I share. And I say I share. Hey, 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 don't touch my eleke. You may think they pretty, but to me it's not for play. Power in my jewelry, clear the scene like an AK. Full body protection, looking clean every day they so. Hey, 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 don't touch my eleke. You may think they pretty, but to me it's not for play. Power in my jewelry, clear the scene like an AK. Full body protection, looking clean.
Yeah, see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo! We done hit him, Baba. 10, 2, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. God. 20. Good day. Who this messing my count up? Alafia, bruh. I told you we was gonna hit. Yeah. Shoot, I'm counting me and Baba out right now. I'm waiting on Sunday to come out, hit her. We good. She finding out right now. We checking in. Hold on. Good. About to hit him again.